Hey guys, Try5 here with another rendition of Anime Studio tutorials from me to you. Anyway, if you're observant, you may be noticing that my Anime Studio is a bit different than what it usually is, and you are right. I actually upgraded last week from Anime Studio 9.5 to Anime Studio Pro 10. Now, Smith Micro did a lot of changes to the interface. Well, you know, not this interface, but what I mean is, like, there are a lot of more options and a lot more you can actually do with the software. But I'm not really going to get into it since as you can notice, there isn't much that has changed on the actual interface. There's just a lot more features, is what I mean. If you notice, we have 3 new draw tools here, and, well, actually, we lost 2 of them, which was the rotate and scale tool. Now they're all integrated into one, like the transform layer tool, and we now have the blob brush, eraser, and point reduction. I may explain those some other time, but you probably don't even have those anyway, and if you did upgrade, then play around with it, and you'll find out that they're amazing tools and they're great help. And you also may notice that we now have tabs up here, so we don't actually have to have different windows open. We now just have tabs, which I think is actually a lot easier to use. It's a lot easier to animate different scenes with this. And I actually have another tab open because I'm working on this animation, which is taking me forever to finish, but I really like how it's coming out. But right now I'm going to be showing you something that I think a lot of people would really like to know, is how to make a cartoon character, or how to make a model in Anime Studio. A model and a character is the same thing. In animation software, we use models to represent characters. It can be a model of a character, a model of a background, anything you want, but in this case I'm going to be showing you how to make characters. Now there are 4 separate ways that I make characters, and I'm going to be showing you each method by each method. The first one is one I haven't used in a while, and it's not one I use that often, that being said, so I don't really know if Anime Studio 10 changed any of this, which is the character creator, the character wizard, here integrated into Anime Studio. The veterans didn't used to have this back in Anime Studio 9 or 6 or 7, I believe. I don't think it was there, at least. I think it was something that started with 8, and it's still here. I'll show you what it is right now. Hopefully it won't take that long to open the character wizard. I don't know if the character wizard has any sort of shortcut or not. Good, it didn't take that long. Anyway, here we are, the character wizard. As you can see, we have presets: Boy Spiky, Creature, come on, and a mannequin. You can add different presets of your own, or you can delete them. I believe that's what these 2 do. I'm not sure. You can choose to export all views. That means front 3/4, front, side, back 3. Wait, okay. No, the reason that this is interesting is because back in Anime Studio 8 and 9, I don't think that it actually included back 3/4. I'm not certain. I can't say for sure, but I'm glad that they did include all the, all the different views. That's great. Anyway, let's go back to Boy Spiky just so you can have a better visual aid as to what this the preset does. Let's put him back at 3/4. You can change the different proportions, such as height. You can make the character taller or shorter. You can make their torso bigger or smaller with the torso height proportion slider. This is taking a while for some reason. You can make their legs longer or shorter, depending. Okay, this is really taking a while. Excuse me. The head height also changes. This is really odd. It's lagging quite a bit. You can make the head bigger or smaller with the head height. It's taking a while to actually do this. I'll just explain as it goes along. The belly width. There's a difference between what the torso is and what the belly is. The belly is the lower part of the entire body. The body layer, and the torso is the upper part of it. The arms, you can make the overall arms longer, shorter. You can make see what I mean? It's taking a while. You can make the shoulder length bigger, longer or shorter. The arm width, you can make them bulkier. The arm muscles, you can also make them like really strong. Their hands can be extremely big if you so choose. You can actually choose what different hands your character can have. All this is like really awesome. Realistic hands, no nails, for example. Let's wait till that actually appears. There we go. Cartoon simple, which is I think what a lot of people actually like to use. Cartoon simple. Anime boy mittens. I'm not sure why it's called that. Anyway, let's look more like boxing gloves than mittens, but oh, whatever. Legs, same thing applies for the legs as they do for the arms. Hip width, leg muscles, foot length. You can as with the hands, you can also change what he's wearing. I'm not sure if they change anything. Reference, I wonder what that is. Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha. Bear. All those different things. It's really awesome. You can change the head. The entire head you can change to a generic sort of thing. Like it can be a woman with a bun hairstyle. Looks weird, I know. A boy with short wavy hair. All that different stuff. You can make the neck bigger or, slimmer, thinner or thicker. I'm not sure what the you have to have a certain head selected to be able to unlock the head top, the head middle, the head bottom, all that stuff. You can choose what mouth you want your character to have. Ogre, let's see, ogre. Nice. Vampire. I like that one. It's pretty good. You can change the overall size of your character's mouth, the height of it, like how high it is on the character's face. I believe that's what height does. Yes. You can change the character's nose shape. Yes, that's totally where I wanted the mouth to go. Let's see, stubby. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Again, size, you can make the nose bigger. You can, again, as with the mouth, you can make the nose a bit higher on the face. I think that looks a lot better, actually. The eyes, you can change a lot of the eyes. Animate blue, no stroke. Let's see what that is. I'm not sure if it's the same thing. Oh, okay then. Yes, that looks perfect. That looks perfect. But I may want them a bit bigger. Yeah, that looks better. Actually, I like those eyes. Those are very nice anime eyes. Height, yeah, let's make them a bit higher. Why not? No. Over here. Why not? Spacing, you can make them, closer or farther away from each other. Yes, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. Yes. Head prop. I think these are like hats and stuff. Yeah, like baby boy curls. What? Okay. Mask. Let's see what mask is. It's going to screw up the entire point. Oh, yes. No. I'm sorry. I was about to doubt you, but no, this is... No. That's exactly what I want. Right there. There we go. Let's just make it a little lower. And now he almost has an eye patch. He has an eye patch. That's perfect. That's perfect. Horizontal adjustment. I think this is for the entire face. Yeah, see, like, you can do that. Or you can make the vertical adjustment to make the entire face lower, so you don't have to do it for each one. That looks a little better. No, seriously, that does look a little better, but I want to keep his eye patch. Anyway, movement. You can choose how the character moves. See, like, that would be his walk cycle. You can change the steps per second that the character has, make him move slower, make him step further, make his steps a bit taller, make him swing his arms more, torso bend. You may be wondering what that has to do with the character. What that has to do actually is more of a style thing. It gives your character personality when it walks. I'll talk about that more when we look at actual actions. As you can see, to view and use these actions, bring up the actions palette from the window menu. I'll explain that in another video. Right now, we just want to see how to make characters. You can make different types of pants, short, long. You can change the color. Let's give him, I don't know, some black pants, I guess, gray pants, something. Come on, yeah, there we go, yeah. And as for a color, let's make it pink. Yes, pink. It's totally fashionable style. And long shirt, why not? Yes, that does not look ridiculous at all. Style. Oh, you can change the skin color. Let's make it white. The definition of white. Yes, that looks very vampiric. Hair color, I don't know, probably neon green. Because why not? All vampires have neon green hair, right? Right? Right. Okay. Stroke color, yes, red. Yes, that is exactly what I want. Yes, you can change the stroke width, 6, I guess. Yes, that's perfect. Randomize line width, I guess. Why not? Scale compensation. I'll explain that some other time. Scale compensation when we're actually, making our characters, and then you just hit OK, and hopefully it doesn't take a while. I mean, our character is so perfect that it probably is going to take oh, there we go. See? And there we have our character. Something I really like about Anime Studio 10 is that it makes everything on your project just look so smooth. As you can see, we have the different parts of the boy, all grouped up in the switch layer, and they're already rigged for us to use. Look, we can manipulate all the character's bones, make them change a little bit. You can do everything we want. And by default, it's going to be front 3/4, which is what a lot of people use when they make animations. Myself included, actually. You can edit these characters however you want. And anyway, remember what I was telling you about the torso and the belly? Like, this is the torso, and this is the belly. But yeah, that's the first method of how to do it. Where's your eye patch? Why is it not on your eye? And this is what our character would look like once we start rendering. And yeah, yep, that's basically what I wanted. Totally what I wanted. Anyway, so that's method 1, the character wizard. It really takes some time to get to know what you really want, but it's not rocket science. It's really easy to use, and I think it's a really nice feature that Smith Micro included into their software. Anyway, method number 2. Right. Okay, so method number 2 is actually another thing that Anime Studio has it in itself, Draw. If you open your Draw tab, you have Trace Image, but I don't have it actually. I can't actually highlight it or select it because I don't have an image on my layers. So I'm gonna go get an image right now. And as you can see, I have different images of Pokemon because I did an animation some time back, and I needed a reference. I didn't use this method of making the characters. I needed a reference to these characters. So, like, for example, if we pick Umbreon, we just take it into here. There we have our Umbreon. Let's make him a little bigger. And now, if you go back to your Draw, you can now trace image. And I'll show you what this does. Here, I don't actually know if they've fixed it or not. I don't like using this for characters because they usually don't come out the way I want them to. I use it more for backgrounds. And I think it works pretty well for backgrounds. But let's see if they fix it or not. In Trace Image, you can have a preview of what your character's going to look like once it's traced out. We have black and white color and photo edges. In black and white, we can adjust the threshold of how dark the character is. Like, for example, if I just want it to be like an outline, I can select this, but notice how there are some that aren't going to have the outline. You can reduce the detail on the character. Like, for example, if I have more threshold, I can reduce the detail, and it's going to look a bit blurrier when it renders. Usually when it's black and white, I don't really use black and white. I tend to use color more. Fatten lines, you can make the lines of the character, whatever you're going to trace, fatter, thicker, that's pretty much the extent of black and white. Color is what I usually use, but its color palette is very limited. That's the max number of colors you can actually use. Again, detail reduction. I like really reducing the details. Having more details, sorry, because this is full detail, and this is reduced detail. Now notice that you can't really fatten the lines here because you already have outlines. But yeah, outlines just changes whether or not the character's going to have outlines, like for example these right here, if it's going to have those outlines, or if it's just going to be the shapes. And photo edges is something I don't really use that much. Again, it's like black and white, only has a threshold. It only has the edges, as its name indicates, only has the edges of the image you're going to trace. No detail reduction, no fat lines, because it's just the edges. Now, if we go back to color, let's see how well that renders. It takes a little while to, finish your entire layer. All it does is it exports everything into a single... Oh no, my secrets, they've been revealed. It renders everything into one single layer, and you'll see in a while. It's loading all the colors that it has to put onto the image layer and what shapes it has. It's actually going kind of slow, but if you like drawing, this is mostly if you have a scanned image and you don't want to draw or trace it by yourself in Anime Studio. This is more like if you have a character that you already have finished, colored in, everything, and you just want to get it done and get the go on. This is what you can basically do. I don't like doing it because the details are really not there. Like, even if you have all the details, like on the detail reduction, you have everything perfectly detailed, it's still going to be blurry, and all the details aren't going to be able to really be appreciated, and I just really don't like having to deal with that. I'd rather trace it myself, which is actually the fourth method that we're going to be seeing today.
One eternity later.
And it froze. Isn't that great? Anyway, sorry to keep you waiting, guys. If I decided to edit that at all, I probably did. But really, just another reason to never ever use the trace image thing ever again. It takes way too much processing power, and it doesn't work because it froze. It didn't even have that many colors. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on. Method 3. What was method? Right, sorry. Method 3 is actually tracing an image yourself with the Anime Studio software. I got so tired of waiting. I finalized the process myself. I'm not even kidding. I got so tired of waiting. But yeah, like, for example, I don't know. Probably... There we go, I guess that's something. What? I don't see any line width. Odd. Wait. Huh. Wait, what if I put line width 1? Usually I put line width 1, and that's enough, but for this, it doesn't even look like I did anything. Okay, that's really weird. Line width 1. I'm gonna have to go with 5 now, because it doesn't look like... It doesn't even look like it has a stroke. That's really weird. I barely see a stroke there. If I go to 700. Wait, what? What do you mean 276? Can't cap at that. I don't even see it. I barely see that. Okay, anyway. Yeah, this is one method of doing characters. It all depends. Like, you can shape them however you want, really. We still have this tool, which what? And then things got ridiculous. Excuse me. That is really odd. Excuse me for not talking. When I'm making a character, I'm really concentrating on what I'm doing, so... but yeah, basically, I don't know. another reason I'm not talking is because I really don't know what I'm doing. You can just make any character you want. Why is the width not working? You can't even see a mouth. That's odd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, no, no. Just this one. I don't use this method all that much. Because... Ugh. Wait. No, 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 yes. I don't see... I barely see that. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, this is really weird. Why can't I see any of the line widths? I've never found out why that is. You know, like, you have one for the stroke, like one width for the stroke. Let me, I don't know, make it 5 or something. And let me make a shape. Oh, that looks normal. Okay, that's weird. Anyway, I don't know. Blobby. This is Blobby. Blobby. Yeah. Oh. Okay, that's a problem. Yeah, remember how I told you that now all the manipulation tools like rotation and scaling, they were all now 1. Yeah, that's sort of a problem. You tend to forget stuff like that. And this is really, I think, the easiest way of doing it if, you know, you don't have another option, like if you don't have a scanner or you don't have a way to import your images into Anime Studio for some reason. Blobby. This is Blobby. It's really easy. And after that, like, for animating, all you have to do is, like, move the points one way or another, and, you know, I don't know. Like I said, this is very basic stuff. I'm not really going into much detail with this because I don't want to take that much time. I don't know, something like that. And then he moves. There we go. That's the third method. You can make it as detailed as you want. I'd suggest making different layers for the character. But anyway, that's basically it. But method 3 goes a lot of hand in hand with method 4, which I'm going to show you right now. This is a character I created a long time ago when I was like in 4th grade of elementary school. Ah, damn it. Excuse me. Name is Circle Boy, but I created, I made a comic book out of him, and it was entirely in Spanish. A lot of adventures he had. I thought they were funny at the time. I don't know. I look back on it and I think they're really stupid, but, you know, that's what happens when you grow up, and I don't regret ever making him. This is what it's supposed to look like. Very basic character, inspired off Pac-Man, I know. But, you know, I really like the character. Anyway, like I said, make different things for different parts of the body. For example, that could be a head, that could be arms, whatever. You'll name them afterwards. Like, for example, this could be head. Oh, caps. Sorry. Head. Arm 1. Leg 1. Foot 1. Hand 1. Eyes. And I'm going to make them without a mouth this time so I can show you why next. I'm going to be teaching you how to do lip syncing, and for that I'll be teaching you how to make your own mouth, because there are a lot of things I want to explain in that. You can't import your own mouth. If you go to File, Import, my god, they changed everything here. It's somewhere in here. I don't remember where. I know it's in characters, I think, or it's probably in props. General, no. Food, no. Mouth sets, here we go. Mouth set. A lot of people like to use, ever since Anime Studio 5, a lot of people like to use Mouth 5. Make sure that this layer's on the bottom so that you can actually see what you're doing with the rest of this. Oh, wait, no, not Mouth 5. Okay, they changed the mouth, but no, anyway, you can choose different types of mouths, but I like creating my own for reasons I'll be showing you along the road. Anyway, this is a combination of tracing the image yourself and doing it with Anime Studio. For example, I like to make things with my own drawings. Like, I don't like drawing them in Anime Studio from scratch. I like actually having something I already have drawn on paper, scan it, and then put it onto Anime Studio so that I can trace it later on Anime Studio with the drawing tools it has. They're really great. They're easy to use, and, you know, there's no reason you shouldn't do it. I mean, if you don't have a drawing tablet, a graphics tablet, it's next best thing, really. Okay, that's odd. But yeah, oh, now it's working. Okay, I think it's working now. The width. Oh, okay, no, it's not. Why does it do that? Wait, what is 100% then? Is that like equivalent to? Oh, I think I get it. Wait. Yeah, that's really something I don't like. They changed a lot in Anime Studio. But yeah, you can create the shapes and stuff as you go along. It depends on what stroke you want to use. I don't usually go for the colored stroke. I usually go for black stroke. But, you know, I'll go for it this time. Here we go. Not only that, you don't have to import your own image. What you can also do is go to Draw and select animation, or I don't remember what it was. Where is it? Oh, import. Wait, no. Tracing image. Here it is. Import tracing image. Or just hit Control Y. Oops, sorry. And you can select your own image to trace. Now, what's the difference between doing one and the other? I'll show you. Let's go with Electivire. The difference between one and the other is if you have an image as a layer, whoops. Oh, okay, that's odd. If you have an image as a layer, like for example this one, where I'm tracing the image already, you'll see that I can modify it, I can change it from place, I can rotate it, all that stuff. But if I select a tracing image, that's the purpose of it. It's a tracing image. You don't have the option to manipulate it any way you want. The only purpose it has is for you to trace it. That's actually a bit better than what I do, but I do both either way. And you can actually see what you're doing when you're drawing. As of now, I don't know if there's a way to disable the tracing image. I don't know, but I don't know if there's a way to do it to like get rid of the tracing image, but I just, you know, I don't really have a choice now. So I'm just gonna move these over here, all the layers over here, and make the camera. Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah, it stays on the camera, so you can't really do anything about that. So I'll just, you know, continue here. Anyway, the reason I chose this character is because it's really easy to draw. I'm sorry, since I'm not on frame 0, I can't just hit spacebar and then create the shape. I have to go up here and create the shape myself, which is sort of annoying, I guess. Always make sure that you're on frame 0 when you're editing, because if there's something you have to do and you have to hit the spacebar, that's not really going to work in your favor. What I like doing first is create all the vector points first, and then create the shapes. It just becomes a lot easier. So there we go. That's the head, but different colors. I'm sorry, again, like I said, when I'm doing this sort of stuff, when I'm creating a character, I don't talk much. Because there's not really much to say. I mean, what else is there to say other than, you know, this is how you create your own character, this is the way I do it most of the... Oh, what? Okay. This is how I do it most of the time. And, what? I'm not even hitting the... Okay, there we go. I don't know why I was doing that. So that's the, those are the eyes. Oh, sorry. The head belongs to a different layer. I'm not hitting the eyedropper tool. Why? Okay, that's really weird. I'm hitting the shortcut for this, which is G, and it's taking me to the eyedropper. The same thing with the whatever. Okay, cut. Go to head. Pay. What? What? Okay, something is really weird. Something's going on with the software. This is odd. What? No. I didn't even select those colors. Why did those colors get selected? This is really weird. Maybe it's because I'm not talking. Maybe I'm cursing myself. Okay, hand. With basic shapes, I like using the shape draw tool, but with it, when it's complex stuff like hands and stuff, I like going with freehand. It just becomes a lot easier. You can edit it the way you want later, and you know, like I said, it's just a lot easier to use. This is just the basic gist of it. I already have a model for him, so that's why. Wait, what? Oh, they're all part of the same. I hate when that happens. Anyway, that's one hand. Let me make a foot. Foot. Yeah, foot. Yeah, ankle. Foot. Something like that, I guess. Okay, because of how long that took me and because I'm actually kind of stressed because I have to leave now, things aren't, I'm not calm enough to do things myself, so you're really gonna have to excuse me for that. Wait, what? Oh, I put this, oh, I'm so sorry. Cut and arm, paste. Why? I do not understand why it does that. Okay, remember what I said about Anime Studio doing a lot of good things? I sort of want to take that back. Because it's doing really weird stuff now. Stuff that it didn't do in its older versions. Anyway, home button takes you back to, you know, your workspace, that's why. So, leg's the same color as the arm. The foot. By the way, the comic book I used to do was in black and white, so, yeah. I don't know. Wait. I guess that. Yeah. Only created the stroke for that. There we go. Create shape, and the color for that would be white. I'm not even... Oh, okay. My Anime Studio is being really weird, guys. I'm sorry. This is odd. Why is it... I don't know, 60%, I guess. This is really weird. It never does this, but it's never done this before. I like making everything really uniform when it comes to stuff, and that's not what the leg's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look a lot more slim. But like I said, I don't really have time to make it that detailed or that good. And then for this, I just multiply it because I just, you know, make a duplicate of it because there's no reason I should have to do it twice if it just looks the same. Except for the hand. I usually make two different versions of the hand. And then after that, you just put it all together. Usually for that, how I put it together is with a rig, but I'll show you how to do that next episode. Because right now, it's just the basics of how to make your own character. That's the first arm. This is the second arm, which, if you notice, it goes over it. To fix that, just put this layer under the head. It sorts it by their position in the layer. Same applies for the legs. But usually I put the legs under the head, so... there we go. Excuse me. Leg 2 goes over here. Hand 1 goes with arm 1. Hand 2 goes with hand 2, but I, flip it over. The eyes are already in place. Where is it? Foot 1. There we go. Put this all the way over here. And since these aren't together, I don't know why I didn't put them together, but, just translate the points, not the entire layer. There you go. Here we go. Sorry, I'm trying to speed this up a little bit since I know it's gone on for too long. Foot 2 is supposed to go under this, and these are supposed to go under, no, over the legs. There we go. It's all about how you organize your things. Anyway, so that's a basic gist of what he's supposed to look like. And another good thing about tracing the image is that if you render it, you can't see the image you're tracing because it's not supposed to be there. But since this is actually a layer, you will be able to see that if you put it on your workspace. In my case, I'm going to be putting my character over here, and once I render it, you will be able to see him. That's sort of what he's supposed to look like, not really, sort of, kind of, yes. That's basically how you make a character, and then here on your timeline you just do different things, like for example I can move his arm around, like I can probably just, you know, rotate his, that's another thing about the origin, you have to set the origin correctly, because if you don't, then that happens. You put it like over there, and make sure that his hand follows too. That's why you rig your character, because to avoid having to do this. Doing it like this is very arduous, and it's very, very tedious to do it like this. That's why I prefer to use rigs. But look, and plus it doesn't even look that good. You have to make like different things here and there to make it not look that bad, and it just takes a lot longer to do, and I don't like it. But that's in a very basic nutshell how you make a character. You can add various different things to it, as many vector layers as you want, if you don't mind slow down your computer's going to have if you do that. But anyway, if there's something, like I've always said, if there's something that I didn't cover or that wasn't clear for you, please tell me so I can make an episode on it, to just make it overall better. You know, if there was something that you didn't like about this, then just tell me. I may redo this because I didn't really like how it came out. I think it went on for too long, a lot longer than what it was supposed to. But, you know, I just wanted to show you guys how to make a character. It's not hard. It just takes time. And if you want to become an animator, if you want to make animations, just bear that in mind. If you're not a patient person, you're going to have to learn how to be, because it takes a long time to make an animation. To make a character by itself, to set everything up, takes a long time, let alone make the animation itself. So, what else can I say? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Next time we'll be learning how to rig our characters so that we won't have to go through all this tenuous and arduous and very tedious stuff that requires you to move everything individually. But we will be learning how to rig our character, put bones on it, and make stuff like moving an arm a lot easier. Anyway, this has been Char5 with another Anime Studio tutorial. Thank you for watching, and take care. This is Char5 signing off.